Good morning, everyone. Today I am making lunch boxes for my kids, and I had actually recorded an intro, but I realized that my headphone was picking up the audio when I was talking, and it sounded a little bit funny whenever I was speaking to the camera. So I decided to just go do a little quick voiceover here explaining what I'm doing. The surprise that I had yesterday was that I was going to make the kids lunch boxes. I found these cute little plastic bento type boxes where I can compartmentalize their food. And they were just so happy today when they went off to school with their lunch boxes packed. The rest of the morning I spent kind of cleaning up and tidying. I hadn't put absolutely everything away from the groceries the night before, simply because there was so much to do and I was exhausted after a long day out running errands. So, as you can see here, this morning I'm just cleaning and just putting a few things away. Now, I don't know if anybody will find this useful, but I like to bake brownies in little cupcake cups. They actually make a lot more brownies instead of, just cutting them in a smaller pan. And this way they're easier to take to school in a lunchbox. And the kids actually like them this way because they just grab it and go. They don't have to cut anything out of a pan or, scoop anything out of a pan. That kind of works. And then something else that I started doing, it came to me randomly. I don't know. Maybe I'm a little slow. But I have this bowl where I usually just, put my breads to rise and stuff. And whenever I create something like this that I have to stack in order to store, I just take like a regular plate and I just put my bowl on top of it like that. And it kind of creates this little dome. I usually have a cake stand where I can do this, but since it's all still packed away, this actually works. So I thought I would just share it in case you sometimes need to stack your desserts or something and don't have what you need or need an additional one. It's just something that I did one day and it turns out that it's actually useful. I wanted to share this. I saw this really pretty sparkling rosé at Aldi yesterday, and I thought the bottle was just really pretty. And I thought I would, just give it a try. I like to have sparkling wine. It's one of my favorites, to be quite honest. I'm a sweet wine drinker. I don't like any of that fancy smancy expensive dry stuff. Give me cheap wine any day. So I'm excited to see what this tastes like. And again, I don't know what to do about the bottle. I don't want to get rid of it because, again, I kind of bought it for it. Look how gorgeous that is. I don't know. Maybe if you guys have any ideas of what I can do with that bottle, let me know, because it's just too pretty to just throw away. Now, one thing that I need to get back to is my sourdough. And I've had this in the refrigerator, I don't know, for a few months now. I know that ever since this past July, after we lost our baby, I haven't done it. And so I just put it in the back of the fridge and left it there. And that you see right there is called hooch. That's pretty normal if you've never done sourdough before. But it's been kind of dormant. And it has a layer of like hooch at the top because obviously it's not been fed in a while. And I have been able to have it come back to life after, it being dormant. The last time I did this was when we came back, or we moved here from when we were at my parents' house. During the entire time I was at my parents', I never really fed this thing, and we were there for several months. And then I came here and I was able to bring it back to life. So I am going to try and do this. I have to add some flour to it. I was going to take most of that hooch off first though, and then I was going to add flour to it, let it sit, and see if it'll start reacting again. Hopefully it's not gone and I can continue using this sourdough bread, because I've actually had this starter, I think over 2 years now. So I've had this for a while. So let's see if I can revive it. I know it doesn't look very appetizing right now, but I promise it's not bad. So I got one of my sconces delivered, but as you saw, there was only one box. So I'm hoping the other one should get here maybe tomorrow or by the end of the day. But look how pretty it is. Yeah, totally worth the splurge. So this was what was in the bag that was on top of the box. Now, I have previously ordered this same dress from Amazon in kind of like a light cream colored, like kind of like the curtains actually. And it is absolutely beautiful. You can hear her in the background. It's so beautiful. It ties in the sleeves right here. And it has a slip because you can see it has got little like squares, but it has a slip already built into the, main bodice of it, except for the sleeves. You can kind of see through the sleeves, and then you can see here as well. But it's so pretty. It has like just different seams throughout, and it's just so nice. I love this cut of dress. It looks really pretty. And I figured, okay, I'll have a cream one and then I'll have a black version. And I am not regretting it because it actually feels really good. And I figured, it being black, I can wear it now in the fall and it'll just go perfect. The other thing that came in that same bag were these gray pajamas that I bought for my oldest daughter. She likes, the very adult, very neutral palette. And so I saw this on sale. It's actually an adult, but it's an extra small, so it should fit her nice and loose, to go to sleep. And it's like a loungewear set, but I thought it would be really nice. It was on sale. It was a good price, and it's very nice and soft. It's for colder weather, but it's still light enough that you can wear it now during the fall. And I think she'll really like it. So I got that for her, and hopefully it'll fit just fine. And even if it's a little loose, I think it'll work anyways because it's just for sleeping. But I just thought it was so nice. I thought I'd give her a new pair of pajamas since I got the other 2 pairs of pajamas. And she's no longer into, the cartoony, cutesy stuff. So that also came in today. So I'm excited for her to see it and see if she likes it. All right, so now that I got the packages from Amazon, and sometimes it's kind of weird. I don't know why they deliver to the house. I think they might just be a little bit too lazy to just come down the grass. I have no idea. But they leave stuff at the house even though they can clearly see that the house is not finished. Or maybe they just think it's like construction stuff. Who knows? It could be that. And I'm a little disappointed that I only got 1 sconce. I should have gotten 2. So I'm hoping the other ones in the mail didn't get lost. Because they were literally like to the last 15 when I ordered. So I want to make sure that I get both of them.
But yeah, it was so pretty. I'm so excited that I, splurged. And again, I know they were only like $80 a piece, which in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't seem like a splurge, but to me it is. So anyways, Nelson's on his way to pick up the kids. It's 2:55 right now. And even though it's kind of early, I think I want to go ahead and start prepping for dinner as soon as I can because I think I want to make lasagna tonight. It's been a little bit since I've made lasagna. And I got to make the meat and prep the noodles before I can, put it together. And then I like to have it just done and ready to go so that when we're ready to eat, I can just put it in the oven and just let it do its thing. So I think I'm going to do that. And then before that, I want to go ahead and sweep and vacuum the floor. There's lots of itty bitty, like just bits of crumbs and trash and just random stuff. When you live 6 people to one room, because there's like between the kitchen and the living room and the dining area, there's just one room. You accumulate a lot more trash on the floor. Like crazy because there's just nowhere for people to spread out, so it all just accumulates. And so I find myself picking up stuff off the floor all the time. And if I see it, it bothers me. And the eternal curse of the supermom is that for some reason, we're the only ones who see it. Get my drift? So let me get to that because it's driving me nuts. This is how my mind works. Like, I set myself to do something, and then I'm like, well, before that, I got to do this. And then before that, I need to do that. And then before that, I have to do this. So by the time I get to the point to where I do the thing that I initially wanted to do, I've got like 5 other things in the pipeline before I can do it. So is anybody else like that? That's a little look into the mind of Yami.
So I'm not sure if you notice, but there's a lot of feathers. And we think something got in the chicken run or the coop and ruffled the feathers literally off of these chickens. Nelson's trying to figure it out. We haven't had eggs for a bit, so something is getting in there and eating the eggs, but there's nothing actually inside of the shed because he's checked. So we don't know what it is. We've got to figure out what's going on here because our girls, you can see all their feathers. It's just all over the place. And we noticed this a couple of days ago, and now it's all about trying to find out what is going on. Alright, so for home-baked lasagna, I just make ground beef and season it with like sazon, adobo. We put sofrito in there. Those are all like very Puerto Rican things. Oregano and salt and pepper. And then obviously I pre-cook those. So after dinner, I cleaned the dishes as well as the kitchen. The kids got ready for bed, and I finished off the evening with ironing everybody's clothes for the next day. Thank you for following along today on Vlogtober, and I will see you back here tomorrow. Until then, adios!